It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC East.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Gardner. And he'll be... Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he shifts past him. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But
he's got a man complete, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson trying to lay one up deep, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to go up top again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know.
Touchdown, Jets! Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
On 1st and 10, Saunders. Flush to his right. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Throwing on 1st down. Saunders. That's complete to Tony.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Well, the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From the gun, Saunders going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That is Tomlinson, who is down. Boy, not what they want to see.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go, George. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now Jackson.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Saunders. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Saunders. And that'll be incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Saunders. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT.
And that makes it 14-10. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Saunders
over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Off play action. Saunders. Now he'll escape to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
On first down, Saunders. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Saunders. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a gain of 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd down, Calhoun.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
On second down, Eckler. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side, complete. That's Gardner. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson now. This is swung out to Eckler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here.
A 32-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
On 1st and 10, Saunders. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be caught by Tony. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. third down. Calhoun, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A handoff, it's Eckler. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out come the Dolphins now. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. So they'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Saunders. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Throwing on 3rd and long. Saunders airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Saunders. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On 2nd down now, Calhoun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Back to throw. Saunders. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, it's Jackson.
And this one too low.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ballard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gardner. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point safely through. That will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off play action. Saunders. Now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There goes a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 3rd down, Saunders airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Jackson on 1st down. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
And that's just another in a long line of passing touchdowns for him today. To say that he's been on fire would definitely be an understatement.
Rohrwasser now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. 5 plays there on that drive. it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Saunders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Saunders. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Saunders. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Line 55, line 55.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Miami set to take over.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. To throw on 2nd down. Saunders. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Saunders.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Off the play fake, Saunders.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Come on, guys, let's go.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And New York set to take the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
Throwing is Jackson.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene.
And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So the Jets now down by 6. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be on the road next week.